Protesting has been around for fucking ages. The earliest recorded protest was all the way back in the 12th century BCE. So, if anything, protesting has been around for almost as long as like the humankind has been around for. Whenever there's something that a large amount of group of people don't agree with, that whether the government or big companies are doing, they will get together and they will protest their opinions of displaying of why they think that things should change it the way they are. And like I said, protests has been around for ages, and we've obviously seen, I would have to say, you know, in the last within the 20th century and the 21st century, you know, these last couple of centuries, we've seen obviously an exceptional amount of protests. Like, protests to me, it just seems like every second day, especially now in like the last 5-10 years, it seems like almost every second day there's a protest about something. No matter what it is, there is so many different things that, you know, the people disagree with, and the public, you know, a lot of people these days have more opinions than they've ever had in the history of fucking humankind. Everyone these days has different opinions about everything, and I think that's absolutely fine. I think that it's fine for people to protest. People have the absolute right to protest. If they think that what the government or what major companies are doing is unethical, that they should have a right to protest of saying that, like, we disagree with this and things should change. But then there's also the people who take it way too fucking far. And that has happened once again, where a couple of people who were protesting against climate change, because climate change has been a massive thing for like the last, like, what, 40 fucking years? I mean, I was born in 98, and ever since my brain grew a fucking consciousness and I started hearing about real world problems, I've heard about fucking climate change. Climate change has been around for a long thing, and I'm not here to debate whether it's fucking real or not. I don't give a shit about your opinions, so don't say in the comments, oh, but Donnie, actually, you know, climate change isn't a real thing. And then I want someone to reply to that guy saying, actually, climate change is real here. I don't give a fuck. But if people want to protest against climate change and say that, you know, the government should be doing more about it, or big companies should be, you know, reducing some of their things that they're doing with their, you know, putting pollution in the air with some of their factories or whatever, they have absolute right to protest. But when you go ahead and you vandalize or you disturb the public in an unethical way to go out to protest, that to me is when it just goes too fucking far. And I'm gonna show you this clip right here, and it's of a couple of people protesting against climate change, and they proceed to throw soup at the Mona Lisa.
On va vous demander d'évacuer.
On est riposte alimentaire et on demande la mise en place de la sécurité sociale de l'alimentation durable.
Obviously, as you can see, the Mona Lisa is completely fucking safe. Don't worry. They know this, all right? This painting has been held in this museum. It's in the Louvre Museum in like pretty much central of Paris in France. And they know that there's going to be some dickheads out there who are going to try and vandalize the Mona Lisa. It's obviously, I would argue, Mona Lisa would have to be the most famous painting ever in history. So of course they're going to try and protect it as much as possible. They obviously got like a glass pane over it, so that, you know, just in case if people like this come around and try to vandalize it. But to me, I fucking hate people like this. Like I said at the start of the video, there's nothing wrong with peaceful protests. They're all for you. You have the right to protest against things that you disagree with, especially if, you know, you have strong opinions and your opinions have, you know, a decent amount of backing. Like I also said, I don't give a fuck about your opinion on climate change, but, you know, obviously there's a decent amount of evidence that there's a big possibility that climate change is actually a thing, and that it's true. And if people want to, you know, go out and protest it and say that the government should be doing better things to go ahead and change things, fucking go ahead and do it. 100%. Go and do it. But when you go into public, vandalize stuff, put people out of their way, people aren't going to want to listen to you. If anything, people are going to hate you even more. And so many people do this. There is this one right here. There's a photo right here. This one right here is from protesters. I can't remember exactly what these people were protesting about. And that just also goes to show you as well, is that eventually, in the future, People don't give a fuck about what you were protesting about. This is from a Formula One race a couple years ago. I don't know which Formula One race it is, because even on the Reddit post I was posted at, I couldn't find exactly which one it was which like race exactly it was, or what Grand Prix it was, but it was obviously from a Formula One Grand Prix. And these like 4 or 5 protesters decided to just go on the track to protest against their thing. Fans there aren't going to go, yes, oh, what are these people doing? Oh, they're protesting against something? Let me just go ahead and see what these people are protesting. Maybe they have a really good point. No, the people in the crowd are going to go, can you get off the fucking track? I paid money to come and watch the Formula One race, and you're sitting on the track delaying the race even fucking more. It's the same with when these people that are protesting go ahead, like this photo right here. I don't know exactly. Once again, I don't know what these people are protesting. And you know what? No one else in one of those cars gives a shit. They're blocking the road. They're stopping people from going to work. A lot of these people don't give a fuck about your opinions. They're not going to change it. If anything, the people in these cars are going to see you and then they might hear what you're protesting about, and then they'll give less of a shit. And if anything, they're going to hate you more because you are putting them out of their way. They're trying to get to work. They're trying to get to a place. They're trying to go home, get to work, go to a cousin's house, get to their friend's house or whatever. They're trying to go about their day. And you are slowing them down. You are pushing them back. You are stopping them from getting to where they want to get. And that is just going to frustrate people even fucking more. Another one. Once again, right here. I remember this was from not long ago as well. Is this guy, and the only reason I fucking know about it is because this plaster on anything. This is a guy who's protesting oil. Why are you protesting oil in a fucking billiards game? People just came here to play billiards professionally, and people in the crowd just came to watch. Why the fuck are you then going ahead putting an orange smoke bomb into the middle of the billiards table, disrupting the whole game, making everyone in the crowd fucking hate you even more? If anything, people in the crowd are going to see this guy's protesting against oil. It's like, bro, yeah, good for you. You're protesting against oil. You are disturbing my viewing. Or the professionals are just going to go, I am trying to, all I'm doing here is trying to earn money. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to be a professional billiards player. And you are going out of your way and fucking annoying me. There's also other people who don't necessarily, like, disturb the public, but I feel like the way that they go about it is just completely wrong. And if anything, it's just like they kind of want to make a look at me kind of thing. And you know what? Protesters are meant to be in a way, say, hey, look at me, look what I'm protesting. But then there's also people who go too far. Like this fucking chick right here. This chick has protested multiple times. This is here in Australia. This was in Melbourne as well, where I live. And on the left here, she's gone ahead and put fucking blood all over her body, covering her, you know, her boobs. And then on the right, she's gone ahead, put tape on, and then putting there saying, wear your own skin. She's apparently some vegan protester. Love, no one gives a shit about your vegan protest. People are just going to see this image and just look at your tits. That's all they're going to do. That is the only reason why you were in the news. And people are going to see this and they're going to go, man, vegans are fucking stupid. Because when I saw this, that's all I thought. Seeing this didn't make me think and go, yes, vegan, maybe this girl has a point. I'm going to go, why the fuck is this girl topless in public? And why does she have blood smeared all over her? She's obviously a weirdo and a psychopath. And, you know, we don't like to say it. You know, generalizing is objectively bad. And it's not a good thing to do. I 100% agree. Objectifying it can be bad to say, like, you know, this one person represents the whole entire group of people. But when you see like this, you're just going to automatically think, you know, the human mind is going to automatically think, man, vegans are stupid. Vegans are dumb. This girl's obviously not right all in the head. Why the hell would I give a fuck about what she has to protest against? And then I can hear the argument against it, is that people will say like, oh, but Donnie, peaceful protests don't necessarily get you anywhere. To some extent they cannot, obviously, but you going ahead and being extremely aggressive in your protest, that's not going to get you anywhere either. Aggressive protesting, if anything, like I said, is just going to make people hate you even more. And peaceful protests can work. They're not going to work overnight. Obviously, Like peaceful protests and protesting against something, you have to get a large amount of people, enough people to be on your side. And being an aggressive protester is just going to make people hate you even more and not want to work with you or try to understand where you're coming from. Because when you are too aggressive in something that you do, people are most likely going to shy away from that. That's just 100% how it works. And peaceful protesting can work. The biggest example of peaceful protesting working is Martin Luther King. This man, in his whole entire life, when he was protesting for black people having better rights in America, he was a prime example of peaceful protesting. He was never aggressive in any of his matter, even towards the people who hated him because he was black. He was still kind to them. He is the hallmark of peaceful protesting, and it fucking worked. It worked. If it wasn't Martin Luther King is now put down in history, especially mostly in American history, as a vital person towards the rights that black people have today. Because back in the day, obviously, they had no rights whatsoever. And it's come a long way. And the reason why, the black community's come a long way in America is because of MLK. And he was a peaceful protester through and fucking through. And it worked. He got enough people on his side through his peaceful protesting, and it fucking worked. And that just goes to show you that all you need to do is just have a good message. Be able to speak properly. Be able to speak with intent. And your message will get across. Doing these stupid, aggressive protesting, throwing soup at the Mona Lisa about climate change. What does the Mona Lisa have to do with climate change? I don't get that as well. Is that, what part of your brain thinks that, yes, we want to talk about climate change. We want to make a difference. Let's throw soup at the Mona Lisa. I want to protest against oil. Let's smoke bomb a professional billiards table. Yes, let's 100% do that. Because that fucking works. Yes, 100%. People who just, are going somewhere to enjoy their day and you are ruining their day. Because they're going to fucking listen to you after you've ruined their day. 100%. Yep, that's totally going to work. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. I'd like to hear your opinions about this situation and just this whole... or these group of people who just think going out of their way to disturb other people is gonna fucking work. I don't get it at all. But yeah, that's it from me. Peace out.